Hello, I am Trisha Takanawa, and this is Daily Vlog Podcast JBC 3XFM. Today, I'm gonna answer the question from one of the followers who asked, "What is the story behind maybe yes, maybe no quotation? What is all about this Singaporean philosophers you're talking about? I don't understand. Please explain that to me." No problem. Easy money. I can explain that very quickly. So, I have a friend from Singapore. This is the Singaporean philosopher I'm quoting so often. His name is Shea Gui Sheng. He's not a real philosopher. Well, who is a real philosopher? What does it mean to be a real philosopher? He's a friend of mine, and the story of this quote, maybe yes, maybe no, dates back to 2018 when whenever I ask him something, he would reply usually like that. He would think for about 3 seconds, and then he would say, maybe yes, maybe no. So any question that is like yes or no, he would do always the same, or almost always the same. And it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny, and this is how the story starts. So it was like, it made me smile, made me laugh. And it was like this. So it started like this. I would ask him, "What is Warsaw capital of Poland?" And he would say, maybe yes, maybe no. "Are you gonna be late to our meeting tomorrow?" I say, maybe yes, maybe no. I'm exaggerating. I just don't remember real examples from that series of conversations. But the reason why this quotation was so important to me, or why I used it so often in my blogs, in my conversations with other people, is because this was the period of my life when I was, I don't want to say depressed. I have been experiencing deep loneliness, I would say. So for most of my life, I always had some sort of, or almost always had some sort of deep sense of purpose, some task, some war that I want to win. So whether that was related with, my finance. So I didn't have money. I wanted to earn money. So how do I earn money? And so I try this, I try that, but this was like I experienced deep sense of purpose in that particular space. And if I had problems with, for example, sports betting, or how do I approach this? And this was very important to me. And when I was, I don't know, lonely, how I get to be better with other people, for example. So I read about this stuff, and so on and so on and so on. When I had, anything related with like addictions or so-called disorders or depression or whatever, this was my war, and I was a soldier, like full-time soldier. And that was a period when I thought like I won all my battles, or I would say settled on some battles. So there was a draw, or I won, but the wars were over. Like my attitude to my life at that part of my life was, okay, now I can, live a peaceful life, and just don't worry about anything. But then I would say, I don't know, addiction to looking for challenges was not sustained. I was hungry for something, and so I thought that like there are no challenges anymore for me in this world. Like in a sense, I thought my life is over, because if I didn't get this void, or I didn't have like a sense of purpose, then like something that was real to me, like something that I had to approach. For example, I don't know, I need more money, or I need to get away from someone who wants to hurt me, or metaphorically speaking, more or less, or I have some addictions and I am fat, I want to get lean, for example, or I don't know, whatever. Like I cannot stop drinking alcohol, for example. How do I do this? Okay, there are always methods to approach certain issue, but if there are no issues, then this is like a meta issue, and I felt very lonely, and that was the big problem. I would wake up in the morning, and I felt like I'm alone in this, and that was a scary shit to me, because like I was thinking, like I didn't feel that anyone around me is experiencing the same issue, and so I was like either asking myself or avoiding a very scary question, like, is this gonna be like this forever? Like this deep sense of loneliness in the world was something that maybe like this is definitely the hardest challenge I have experienced. And so whenever I spoke to this friend who'd say, "Oh, maybe yes, maybe no," that was kind of funny. But then I integrated this quote to my philosophy, and so it helped me to accept that even if I will not have any serious challenge in the future, then it's still okay. I can still live my life. I don't know, like from moment to moment. That is not a problem. So what is the problem is that this, I would say, some potential scenario. So for example, like if I don't have any challenge right now, and I don't really, like I am 35 years old and I don't really have any serious challenge, then that is not a problem now. That is not a problem now. That is not a problem probably in a minute. The problem is only in my head. The problem is that, oh, what is going to happen in the evening, for example. And so, even if it is a problem, then for the moment it's not. Even it will be a problem, it's not a problem now. And so, I think if I accept that there is some potential bad scenario coming, I don't have to be afraid of this. I can just address it in the best manner possible when it's right time for this. Yeah. So the problem is that the experience is not a problem. It's what's the problem is that this scary question, like, is it gonna be like this forever? This vision of the future, of like very negative future, is a problem. The future is not a problem. Like the present moment, the present moment, the present moment, the present moment, the present moment are, the real future, if you know what I mean. So the vision of bad future is the problem. And so if I approach this bad future with the quote, maybe yes, maybe no, like this. So for example, am I not going to have any real challenges in the future? Maybe yes, maybe no. It depends what you mean by real challenge. There is always some challenge. And if you're less and less afraid of this is less and less scary, then it's not a problem anymore. So what I'm trying to say is that this maybe yes, maybe no. So am I going to be depressed forever, for example? Maybe yes, maybe no. If you are, what does it mean and what can you do with that? And from the moment to moment, it's never a problem. So the story behind this quote, ladies and gentlemen, is that from something funny, just like that, it was just, nice to hear this guy say that, I integrated into something that speaks to me, and it was my answer to my tendencies to create negative visions of the future. So, for example, am I gonna be depressed forever? Like, I know you would want to hear, like, "Mommy, am I gonna be depressed forever?" And you want to hear, no, tomorrow is everything is gonna be okay. Tomorrow everything's gonna be okay. But it's a false promise, isn't it? It's a false promise. And if it doesn't happen tomorrow, you're still depressed. You're even in a worse. You are even you are in an even worse position because not only the situation doesn't get better, but you also had hopes, and that is even the bigger problem. That is the problem. And so, what I'm trying to say is that this maybe yes, maybe no quote is a first step to ultimate acceptance of reality as it is, not as if you want it to be, as if you wanted it to be. Yeah. So I don't know. I was just trying to just start for fun in English, pretending I'm Trisha Takanawa. I failed miserably, but I hope I explained the key issue of life. Really, is that because that's the suffering in essence. Really, the suffering is not because something bad is happening to you. It's about this vision of the future. And if you address it with this beautiful quote, maybe yes, maybe no, then you can see that there is no problem. There is no problem because, like, let's say, like, look back at what you've experienced in life in the past, all your biggest problems. You know that, you're still alive here right now, and, nothing really, like, if something bad happened, you dealt with that this way or another. You perhaps could have dealt in a better way, in a worse way, but what's happening right now is only sensations in your body, your thoughts from moment to moment, and that is not the problem. The only problem, the real problem, the major problem, that's like, okay, if someone hits me, okay, that's the problem, like, but that is not the suffering we're talking about when we are scared of the future or cannot accept the past as it is, as it was really, or as we remember it. So if you approach every question like that, because we can approach all our problems with some sort of question like, I don't know, I might not be able to drink alcohol forever in the future. And the answer is maybe yes, maybe no. You probably can, but it probably will have bad consequences. But when we start talking, when we start addressing the issue, just talking about it, like, what is the truth in this or that aspect, then you can see that there is no problem. There is just acceptance of this present moment and going further and further and further. And we can approach this with, like, using different methods, and maybe yes, maybe no is one of these methods. It's just some funny way of helping yourself, helping myself to accept reality as it is right now, and to develop the best methods to approach our next moments as best as possible. And that's it, really. So if there is something bad happening in the future, like in your mind, for example, I don't know, someone is like, I don't know, what was the problem? Like you are in debt, for example, and you will not be able to pay somebody and they will beat you up. If you accept that this is possibility, and then I'm not saying it's easy, of course. I'm not saying it's easy, but if you understand the reasons behind everything that is happening, then acceptance is a real key to find peace in yourself from moment to moment. And don't worry if you don't. If you possibly will not be peaceful in the future, just focus on having peace right now and then approach it like that in the future. I don't know. Like I say, I was just trying to have some fun, but what happened was I made the video in English, so I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will upload both. Yes, so thank you very much for your attention and have a great day. Bye-bye.